I believe once people gain an understanding of the political game, they will become more of an intelligent voter. What I mean by that is, when we understand that the name of the game is war and numbers, we will effectively and collectively unite behind a common goal, which is a powerful political representation aligned with our socio-economical needs. The war aspect of this is to disenfranchise a particular group of people by any means necessary. You ask, well, how is that done? It is done by attacking that particular group of people economically. Infiltrate their education. Place hardships on them by underemployment and unemployment, conviction and arrest. The more people in jail, the less people to vote. We as a people have to start getting serious about our vote. I mean, we can't just be electing officials who we don't see walk in the streets of our neighborhood. I mean, let's talk about the school system in the city of Rochester, where we allow an indicted individual to remain employed within the system, while yet, when we have a mother who's trying to send her children to a better school, we crucify her and lynch her and send her to jail for doing so.
It's been kind of terrible because I didn't know that it was going to turn out to be what it is now.
Life has changed for 13-year-old Jada Williams ever since she wrote an essay on the book Narrative of the Life of Frederick Douglass. It was part of the Rock Read Initiative, an option for students to do over winter break. Jada says she compared her own educational experiences with the life of Douglass.
How the teachers do not want you to exceed their levels. They want you to stay on this certain level, and they don't feel like they need to instruct you.
Jada won the Spirit of Freedom Award from the Frederick Douglass Foundation of New York. She read her winning essay in Rochester, but she and her mother say it was a different story when she turned in her essay at school number 3.
I heard that my essay was passed around to other teachers, so when the teachers read it, I guess they felt offended too, and they just wanted to get rid of me, I guess.
Jada's mother says her grades suddenly dropped from A's and B's to failing, and teachers told her Jada was, quote, angry.
And I said, well, give me something to, explain as to why you're calling her angry. But they could never clarify as to why they were saying that.
Jada transferred to School 19 last month. Her mother doesn't understand why her daughter is being treated this way after taking part in the Rock Read Initiative.
They presented the book, the material was in the book. All she did was compare it to her lifestyle.
Late this afternoon, Superintendent Bolhen Vargas said the entire situation is unfortunate and offered an apology for what she's going through.
We as adults could have responded better. This is a situation that definitely was not handled the best way.
Now, the student pointed out that she was not referring to all teachers. And Vargas said he understands adult reaction, but school is a place where students should be able to explore ideas. When I asked what action was being taken, he said, while he couldn't go into detail, they are addressing that situation.
I mean, my question is, has the issue been addressed? Because we're still dealing with a Rochester City School District that doesn't include African cultural studies in any of its institutions. If we're serious, we would institute inclusion of all cultures in our history studies. I mean, really, man, it's this simple. Either you got a passion for the people or you don't have a passion for the people. And if you don't have a passion for the people, maybe that explains your absence on the streets.
and they're gaining a new political consciousness, becoming politically mature. And as they develop this political maturity, they're able to see the recent trends in these political elections. They see that the whites are so evenly divided that every time they vote, the race is so close, they have to go back and count the votes all over again. And which means that any block, any minority that has a block of votes that stick together is in a strategic position. Either way you go, that's who gets it. You're in a position to determine who'll go to the White House and who'll stay in the doghouse. You're the one who has that power. You can keep Johnson in Washington, D.C., or you can send him back to his Texas cotton patch. You're the one who sent Kennedy to Washington. You're the one who put the present Democratic administration in Washington, D.C. The whites were evenly divided. It was the fact that you threw 80% of your votes behind the Democrats that put the Democrats in the White House. When you see this, you can see that the Negro vote is the key factor. And despite the fact that you are in a position to be the determining factor, what do you get out of it? The Democrats have been in Washington, D.C. only because of the Negro vote. They've been down there 4 years. And all other legislation they wanted to bring up, they brought it up and gotten it out of the way, and now they bring up you. And now they bring up you. You put them first, and they put you last. Because you're a chump. A political chump. In Washington, D.C., in the House of Representatives, there are 257 who are Democrats. Only 177 are Republicans. In the Senate, there are 67 Democrats. Only 33 are Republicans. The party that you back controls 2/3 of the House of Representatives and the Senate, and still they can't keep their promise to you, because you're a chump. Anytime you throw your weight behind a political party that controls 2/3 of the government, and that party can't keep the promise that it made to you during election time, and you're dumb enough to walk around continuing to identify yourself with that party, you're not only a chump, but you're a traitor to your race. And what kind of alibi do they come up with? They try and pass the buck to the Dixiecrats. Now, back during the days when you were blind, deaf, and dumb, ignorant, politically immature, naturally you went along with that. But today, as your eyes come open and you develop political maturity, you're able to see and think for yourself. And you can see that a Dixiecrat is nothing but a Democrat in disguise. You look at the structure of the government that controls this country. It's controlled by 16 senatorial committees and 20 congressional committees. Of the 16 senatorial committees that run the government, 10 of them are in the hands of Southern segregationists. Of the 20 congressional committees that run the government, 12 of them are in the hands of Southern segregationists. And they're going to tell you and me that the South lost the war.